Hey guys, the playoffs are coming to an end, so we will be ranking the top 30 NBA players for next season. So let's get into it for number 30. And at number 30, we have Trey Young. Now, Trey Young is a sleeper because many have forgotten how good this guy is. I mean, he's averaging like 13 assists a game, and he can give you 40 on any given night. This guy is an incredible scorer and an incredible playmaker, and I just couldn't keep him out of this list, so I had to put him at number 30 because I don't really think he's better than the other guys on this list, but I definitely think he's top 30 worthy. So Trey Young in at number 30. Next up on the list at number 29 is Kyrie Irving. Now, Kyrie Irving obviously went through that bad injury, but I think he's going to come back better than ever. I mean, Kyrie Irving, obviously, best handles in the NBA. I think he's going to be great paired up with Cooper Flag and AD. Have we? I don't know. I'm pretty sure we have not seen Irving and AD play together. And, I mean, Mavs are going to be a contender next season. I mean, I hate to say it, but, yeah, Trey Young is, not Trey Young. We already went past him. All right. Kyrie Irving is going to be a big contributor to that team, and he's in at number 29. Next up at number 28 is FranVagner. Now, he is really underrated. I mean, most people don't even think of him as a top 40 guy. I have him at 28. He's better than many think. I mean, he's good scorer, good everything. I mean, this guy's slept on. He's good. The Magic, I don't think they'd be a playoff team without him, if I'm being honest. Him and Ben Carroll are really the only ones stepping up in the playoffs, and they couldn't do much with that, but I have him at number 28. Clocking in at number 27 is Tyrese Maxiell, and as a Kentucky fan, I've seen the potential from the first day he stepped on campus, and I mean, he has not disappointed. He has become the number one option for the 76ers without Embiid. And I do not have Embiid on this list because of his issues, and I really don't know his status for next season. So Maxey, he's the guy for Philadelphia. And maybe this isn't a popular opinion. Keep having him in the top 30. It could be a biased opinion, but I mean, I see the greatness in him, and I think he has potential to be top 10 in a few years. So only time will tell. Tyrese Maxiell at number 27. At 26, we have James Harden, who has had a very good season. I mean, he's proved this year that he is here, and he is here to stay. I don't know what happened in that Game 7 versus Denver. That was just a huge snooze fest. He put up 7 points in like 30 minutes. I don't know what that was, but other than that, Harden has been pretty good this year. Good enough for top 30. Don't have much to say other than he's what made me realize that the Clippers, him and Kawhi, were what made me realize the Clippers were a serious team. I took the Clippers unseriously for most of the regular season until the end. But he's clocking in at number 26. At number 25, we see Jimmy Butler, who completely turned the season around for the Warriors. If that never happened, the trade, he 100% would not be on this list. But the amazing turnaround, what he did for that organization, has him up here. And I think that gets him into the top 30, what he did. Because Warriors, they were looking like they weren't even going to make the play-in, and he turned them into a contender just like that. So Jimmy Butler, number 25. Next up is Jaylen Brown at 24. So Jaylen Brown has had a year. I mean, not much to say. He was the Finals MVP last year. Really haven't even seen any improvement. He's just Jaylen Brown, and that's top 30. Number 24, Jaylen Brown. The second best player on the Celtics. That's just really it. I don't really know what to say about him. Next up in at 23 is Jaylen Williams. Another Jaylen. This one from the Thunder. A big factor to OKC, the best team in the league. He has improved a lot from last year. He definitely helped out with that 68-win deep playoff run team. Because right now, when I made this list, Game 5 is today of Thunder Timberwolves. And he's fresh off of like 34 points, I think. He's been good this year. I think he made an All-NBA team. Deserved, definitely. Jaylen Williams. What a great, amazing year for him. He definitely deserves to be in the top 30. Next up, we got Ja Morant. This year, I see some improvement. Obviously, lots of issues and stuff with Morant. Like a certain celebration of his. But he's been good. People are really just ignoring how good he is and really just focused on all the drama with him. But he's still. I could put him in my top 20, but because of some of his issues and some ongoing suspension, I know he's going to get suspended at least once next year for some stupid thing. But he's good. All right, that's all I got to say. He's definitely top 30. Having him out of your top 30 is just absolutely diabolical, even with all the things going on. But yeah, he's in 22. But next up, we got a pretty underrated guy in Paolo Banchero at 21. So he was the first pick in the 2022 draft, and I don't think any first pick has been as underrated ever as Paolo Banchero has. In my opinion, he's lived up to the hype of first pick. He's the best player on a pretty good Pacers team, or Magic team, not Pacers. And they competed with the Celtics decently. They lost in 5 games, but it was closer than it looked. He's been good. He's 6'10", good scorer. Him and FranVagner really the only one stepping up in that series. Yeah, both of them top 30. Banchero, I think he's definitely the better player. And give him another year, he could be top 15, maybe even top 10 if he makes that big leap. But yeah, Banchero at 21. And getting into our top 20, we will be starting it off with Devin Booker. He has been one of the only players on the Phoenix Suns actually doing something. That team has kind of turned into a poverty franchise, at least for last year. One of the most disappointing super teams ever. And Booker, yeah, he hasn't really been the disappointing part of it. It's been mostly Bradley Beal. Really, just Kevin Durant and Devin Booker are the only ones doing something for Phoenix right now. Devin Booker, still, I'd say he's one of the best shooting guards in the league. And he's going to start off our top 20. And number 19 belongs to Karl Anthony Towns. Now, obviously, he went through that big trade from Minnesota to New York, and it has not disappointed for the Knicks. Cat has benefited them in a huge way. They made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. They took down Boston, the defending champs. And Karl Anthony Towns has been a big part of that. Definitely, I think he went through a bit of a leap this year. Good year for Karl Anthony Towns. Good year for the Knicks. He's in at 19. And next up at number 18 is Anthony Davis. Now, Anthony Davis has dropped this year because, I'm trying to base these rankings off of just straight how good the players are, setting aside all that other stuff like injuries and suspensions. But Anthony Davis just cannot go without being injured, and it's getting to a point. This guy, his first game in Dallas, injured. Obviously getting traded mid-season. Dallas Mavericks had one of the worst years we've seen in a while from them. Not a very good move making that trade. Davis, not a good year for him, in my opinion. But I guess we got to wait and see till next year how he's going to perform next to Kyrie Irving and Cooper Flag. But yeah, Davis definitely dropped this year. He's in at number 18. Number 17 is Kawhi Leonard. Now, Kawhi Leonard has had a pretty out-of-nowhere good year. I didn't even know he wasn't injured anymore until I randomly watched a Clippers game and he was just there going off. Kawhi Leonard, good year for him. I don't even know if I would have had him in my top 30 last year because I don't even know what was going on with him. I'm seeing flashes of 2019 Kawhi this year. It's been a really great year for the Clippers. Obviously, lost Paul George to the 76ers. Kawhi and Harden have stepped it up. They obviously lost Russell Westbrook. And Kawhi Leonard, good year. He's made that leap. And he's coming in at number 18. And next up is Alperen Sengun. Now, Alperen Sengun has had very good year for the Rockets. He's the number one option in my opinion for the Rockets. Definitely stepped up as that number one option in the playoffs. He's brought them to the 2 seed. Obviously, they lost in the first round. But in that series, he definitely stepped up, though. Almost forced that 3-1 comeback. Couldn't do it in Game 7. Buddy Hield was just too much. But Sengun, he's a monster. And he might be top 10 in a couple of years. Maybe next year. Time will tell. Number 15 is Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley obviously had that huge year with the Cavs. Cavs, very historic year. 64 wins. They started off 15. And, that is just crazy for a team that wasn't even a top 3 seed last year. Pure training and growth has got them here. It's gotten Evan Mobley here. Mobley, big part with his defense to that Cavs team. Defensive Player of the Year, definitely deserved it. And that's what gets Mobley in at number 15. And next up at 14 is Kevin Durant. This is probably a controversial one because Kevin Durant, most people would probably think of him as a top 10 player. I am in at 14 because, not going to lie, I think he's pretty overrated. Horrible year for the Suns. Durant just cannot lead a team to save his life. Obviously, the team he was leading, not very good. But if you have Kevin Durant on your team, many think he's a good leader, all of that. Can't even lead his team to the play-in. Really, you barely ever hear anything about Kevin Durant other than trade talks. Yeah, I got him in at number 14. This has kind of been a hate session about Kevin Durant, but not too many good things to say, so moving on. Number 13 is none other than Mr. Overrated himself, Tyrese Haliburton. Tyrese Haliburton, obviously, Mr. Overrated got voted by NBA players, and then one of the greatest postseason runs I've ever seen from a player who, I don't even think did he make the All-Star team? I don't even think he did. What an amazing playoff run. If the Pacers win the championship, this might be the greatest playoff run in the history of the NBA. The only person I can think of that competes with this is probably Dirk Nowitzki in his 2011 run. But Haliburton, I know over Kevin Durant, Haliburton's kind of, but Haliburton has proved the haters wrong, and I respect that. So Haliburton at 13. And next is Mr. Underrated himself, Cade Cunningham. Now, Cade Cunningham, very underrated. We got overrated and underrated back to back. How about that? But Cade Cunningham, nobody's realizing how good this guy is. Like, he just led the Pistons from being arguably the worst team ever to winning like triple the amount of games they won in that worst season ever. And then making the playoffs and almost, if they played the right team, they could have advanced to the second round. Obviously, they played the Knicks in the first round. Got unlucky there. But they put up that fight, though. Like, I'm being honest, did not watch a single Knicks Pistons game the entire season until that Knicks series. So, but Cade Cunningham is good. Made the All-Star team. Made All-NBA second team. Definitely deserves it. Cunningham in at 12. And speaking of the New York Knicks, number 11 belongs to Jaylen Brunson. Jaylen Brunson, very good year. One of the best guards in the league. This guy has just been getting better and better every year. He's led the Knicks to the Eastern Conference Finals. They have a chance to go to the finals because when I'm recording this, that series is not over yet. Right now, it's 3-2. So if Brunson just put up 30-something points, this guy's an elite scorer, and next year, maybe top 7 if he makes another leap. You never know. Brunson, very good this year. Starting off our top 10 with Donovan Mitchell at number 10. Another guy I think is extremely overrated. Definitely do not think he should have gotten into All-NBA first team. Second team would have been more reasonable. Even third team, I would have, I don't know, maybe. But Mitchell, obviously, like I said earlier, good year for the Cavs. Mitchell hasn't been like that really good star player. In my opinion, I think he's actually dropped from last year. He had 40 points in that one game in the playoffs. But what did that get them? A loss in 5 to the Pacers. Decent year for Mitchell. I mean, not like the... Not as good as the year it would take for like a top 5 spot. We got Mitchell at 10. Decent position. Probably fallen from last year, but there's Donovan Mitchell. Number 9 is the alien, Victor Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama, obviously, those blood clots. No idea what that's going to do to him in his career. Just got to hope and pray for him. But this guy he's a different breed. I think all of us already know that. That's why we call him the alien. 7'5", can literally just like posterize anybody without even having to jump an inch. This definitely, in my opinion, would have won Defensive Player of the Year if it wasn't for those blood clots. Mobley had a really good defensive year and all, but Wembanyama is just something else. I think I see him being number 1 in as little as 4 or 5 years. And that's if the blood clots don't impact him too much. But obviously it could be something that ends his career. Hopefully it doesn't. And if it doesn't, this guy is probably going to be the face of the NBA. Next up is my glorious king, LeBron James. LeBron, he's doing it still, one of the best at 40, and made All-NBA second team, took his team to number 3 in the West. Him, Luka, and Austin Reeves, really the only good players on that team. And they were kind of destined to lose that series with no center. And LeBron, he's going for ring 5. I think he might be able to get another ring before he retires, but obviously he's going to retire soon. You know, father time, I think, is starting to hit LeBron. He's not top 5 anymore like he's probably been the past, like, 15, 16 years. It's LeBron, his time will be over soon, and he's probably going to wait until he gets to play the Bryce too, and that's it. So LeBron, number's 9. Number 7 is Jayson Tatum. Tatum has definitely gone down, and not because he's played worse. I think he's probably been on the same level as last year, but that injury that he had, it's going to make an impact on his game. Definitely, because those types of injuries, big deal on the athleticism. He doesn't rely too much on athleticism, so it won't affect him too much. but probably enough to the point where he's not top 5 like he's been the past few years. And just gotta hope and pray that because these types of injuries are what took Derrick Rose out, so Tatum, number 7. Number 6 is Luka Donic. Biggest trade in NBA history, like I said earlier with Anthony Davis. Luka went to the Lakers, and he's put on a bit of weight. All right, that's kind of why he was traded. That and the fact that he cannot play defense. Luka, but no matter how much weight he puts on, Luka Doncic is still Luka Doncic. He's probably fallen a couple of spots down. But I've seen videos of him in the gym, and that man is going to be different next year. Probably, most likely. I don't know. Haven't seen it. Didn't go far in the postseason. Didn't even make it past the first round. But for justified reasons, like I stated earlier with LeBron, Luka, he's the number 1 option on a team with LeBron, which says enough. Luka, number 6. And number 5 is Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards is a cold-blooded killer. That man has earned my respect. He is very dedicated, and he's got some aura to him. Not going to lie. Edwards went crazy in the playoffs, took the Timberwolves past LeBron and Curry to the Western Conference Finals. He's taken out KD, LeBron, and Curry. All the legends. But Ant obviously lost in that Western Conference Finals, but great year for him. He's gone to the top 5 for me. I think he should have made All-NBA first over Donovan Mitchell, in my opinion. Anthony Edwards, him, Shea, and Wemby are going to be the face of the NBA in a few years. Number 4 is Stephen Curry, which might be a little biased because he is my favorite player. But Stephen Curry is... People are not recognizing how good he is, man. Stephen Curry, if he got his foul calls, would probably be averaging 30 because nobody could guard him. These guys are like pushing him and grabbing him. They're wasting all their energy just guarding him. Amen Thompson, who's arguably the most athletic player in NBA history, he's like 21 or something like that. He's getting cramps just from guarding Stephen Curry. The only reason Warriors really lost their series was because Steph got injured. And there was really no one on the Timberwolves that could guard Curry like Amen Thompson did. Curry was probably going to drop like 50 that game. It looked like he was going to. He was scoring with ease that game. Got injured. Nothing you could do about it. And that just shows the impact Curry has. Because they won that first game and couldn't win another in that series. Curry, really good. Number 4. Still going strong at 37 or 36. I don't know. He's one of those ages. Yeah, Stephen Curry. Next up at 3 is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. 1 MVP. Don't think he's a top 2 player still, though. He's known as the free throw merchant, but that's making people focus on the fact that he's a free throw merchant and not the fact that he's pretty much unguardable. No one can really guard him. As he's once said, he can get to the rim on anybody. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, people comparing him to Kobe, I would not go that far. You can see some flashes, Shai, obviously, amazing year. Him and the Thunder, they're probably going to win the championship against whoever comes out of the Pacers series. They're in the finals, and Thunder, the best player on the 68-win team. Very, very good year for Alexander. Number 2 is Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's still the Greek freak. He's still a beast. Deserves the number 2 spot, in my opinion, over Shai. He had a really good series. Averaged like 33 in that series against the Pacers. It wasn't enough since he was the only one on his team that is actually good. Lillard played a game or two. Horrible performance from him, which is why he's not in this top 30. Giannis carried, and he's going to find a new team that he's probably going to win a championship with. whoever the heck it is. If it's the Spurs, him and Wemby are going to go for that ring. If it's the Rockets, him and Şengün are going to go for that ring. Whatever team it is, they're going to be blessed. Giannis is a freak. And number 1 is Jokic, the Joker. Undoubtedly number 1. He's been number 1 for a few years. He deserved MVP. Don't think Shea deserved it. Shea, obviously, really good year, but Jokic is averaging a 30-point triple-double. Any team with Jokic automatically becomes a contender. Like he has Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. as his next best players. And he went to 7 against the Thunder. The closest any team has gone against them. Jokic, different breed, different person. Best NBA player best basketball player in the world right now. Even Anthony Edwards admitted it. He's the best. So that's Jokic at 1. And hope you all enjoyed the video. And on to the next. And as always, it's your boy, Boy Master. And we're out.